everybody, and welcome to the 2012 Driveway Basketball League Draft. I'm here with senior analyst Kyle Gillis. We're going to start at the top here. Ben Cable, the #1 overall selection. I've got Will DeCore as the best available. There's also rumors that Tim Keenan could be the pick. Who do you think it's going to be, Gillis?
I'd still stick with Will DeCore. I mean, bigger size, bigger build, football player.
I would agree. Just more athleticism, more heart, and Will DeCore is going to be picked there. 2 and 3, I think, are pretty set in stone. Who else is going to go with Soper? Nick Soper, that is. And Gillis will go with Dorscheid. But then it's kind of wide open in that, actually 4 as well. I would expect Derek Light to go off the board to Bratz. But then it is real wide open with Hoagland, Soper, Seth Lou. How do you see that middle of the round playing out?
I mean, I don't know. I think Hogan wants Murray, but he could be a little worried about the repeat of the Regulators team, which got a little offhand from DBL. But, I mean, Murray, Gatch, Pat Gatch, both guys just have a chance there. Maybe even Chamberlain. I mean, that's pretty much up for grabs there.
I agree. I'd probably go with Murray there for him. Soper's wild card could go with a little guard like Ryan Cruiser or scorer like Noah Getch. In my last mock draft, I ended up having the 9 and 10 picks there. Staggy and Tegarelli got the same exact teams as last year. How do you think LDH and 1017 Brick Squad would fare in the 2012 season?
I mean, I don't know if Noah Gatch will drop the Staggy, but if he does, I mean, that's certainly good. And I mean, Jared Staggy's pretty much going to pick Devin Mully most certainly with the second round pick. They've had good chemistry and work hard together.
Yeah, I would agree with that as well. 2 championships. That Noah Getch spot, you make a good point. You can maybe go with Prusha there. I'd say either Soper or Prusha have a chance, but you never really know. Prusha every year seems to surprise everyone with his pick. Last year, the Cruiser and Stolberg selections came out of nowhere, but he ended up parlaying that team all the way to the Western Conference Finals. So we'll see what he does this year. That's it for right now, and we're going to actually go talk to some players over in the green room.
Where's Cole?
All right, we got Ryan Gillis here, Draft Sunday. Gillis, what are you expecting from today's draft here?
Well, I'm expecting there to be a lot of order in the draft. People know who they're going to pick. People got a lot of friendships, a lot of skill in the friendships, and I plan on sticking with that motto.
Do you expect athleticism or friendships to be the deciding factor in some of those up for grabs picks?
First round is skill with a little bit of friendship. Second round is friendship, because if you don't pick your friends, they're going to be pissed.
Right, that's what I'm saying. All right, so I mean, if you're going up with, say someone who went through the Pat Rice football lifting program, or you've got like a kid named like Kyle Gillis, a little undersized, not very strong. What do you go with there? Do you go with your gut, or do you go with the size and body?
That's kind of a confusing question, so I'm just going to say yes.
Well done, Gillis. Excited to see what you do here today. All right, we're here with Zach Hoagland on Draft Sunday at the DBL. What are you expecting today from the draft, Zach?
I'm expecting there to be a lot of predictable picks like we had in the first few mock drafts. Things were shaken up a little bit with Bratz and Soper switching spots, so that changes things up for a little, quite a bit of the field out there. So I'm expecting there to be a lot of predictability.
Absolutely. Does that switch between Soper and Bratz change up your game plan at all as far as picks goes?
Yeah, it does. I'm not going to reveal exactly what my strategy is going into the draft, but it did shake things up for me a little bit, and I am looking forward to it.
Right. And okay, so last year you picked your brother. Your brother's on the board again. If he's available, you think you're going to maybe take him as a second-round pick, or what are your plans?
You know what? I'm not ruling it out, but I'm going to go strictly by the board this year, by my personal board. I'm not going to make any impulse picks or things of that nature, but I am definitely not going to rule it out.
Awesome. Looking forward to see what you do today, Hoagland.
Thanks, Jared.
Talking to last year's MVP and DBL champion, Jared.
I think Joe won MVP.
Joe won MVP? All right, what am I thinking? Talking to last year's champion, that's what really matters anyway. Jared Staggy, coming into the draft tonight, what is your forecast?
Cloudy with a chance of scoring. I expect to go after a lot of scores this year. Obviously, I can put the ball in the hoop if need be, but I prefer to facilitate the offense and work the ball around and hopefully get a good job for my teammates.
Being a past champion, are you looking at some of your former teammates?
Absolutely. There's a given in the second round. Devin Molly's on the board. He's really on my team. Combined athleticism, strength. I mean, he went through Pat Rice's program. He knows how to lift weights. He knows how to lift bales of hay, for that matter. He's on the farm. First round, probably looking for a shooter. Don't want to reveal too much on that, but that's about all I can say for now.
It's good to know. Devin has been a very serviceable option for you in the past.
Absolutely.
Next up, what's your feeling about fellow DBL former MVP Joe Tagarelli retiring and then choosing to come out of retirement about a week later?
Right. Well, it reminds me a lot of the Brett Favre scandal. I would expect to see dick pics on Facebook, maybe Twitter coming up in the near future, but I mean, it's up in the air still, so we'll see what happens.
He definitely loves attention.
That's true.
Thanks for your time, Jared.
All right, Ben, you're on the clock. You want number 1 overall? With the first pick in the 2012 DBL draft, Ben, hey, assholes. Ben Cable selects Bo Murray. All the way down here, number 7 on the big board, which is kind of generous in the first place.
Wow.
Brooke, can I get sheet paper?
That's a bust.
Gutsy pick, guy.
Terrible pick, Ben. Kind of bust.
So we got a surprise number 1 overall here. Cable selects Bo Murray. It was out of nowhere. What do you think about that one?
I mean, I was really surprised. Did not expect that at all. I thought Murray would drop pretty far in the draft, actually, with his past experiences with DBL, with messing around, not taking it serious. I mean, I don't think he was not that kind of guy on the team, but I guess Cable feels like he has something to Murray that he can just shape him up and maybe get him back to a nice DBL player.
Yeah, I mean, Murray's WIA All-State selection first team, but his games just never transferred to the driveway, did not receive any league honors in his only season here. But he has some skill to work with. We'll see what happens.
And also, I mean, Waffler put that video up on the DBL page where he was talking about his stats and Cardinal stretch, and I mean, pretty decent, but I just thought Murray was pretty good at the court too, not DBL, so that actually could have hurt his stock a little bit, saying he was good on the court, because as Murray was too, but I mean,
With the second overall pick, Kyle Newhouse selects Nick Soper, 6-foot guard. And Newhouse goes with Soper at number 2 overall. Some people may think it's a little too early for him. I think he's a pretty good player. Plays real hard on defense, can hit threes, and just gets physical down low for a size 2.
yeah, I mean, that was an expected pick. I mean, Newhouse and Soper got good chemistry. I mean, good friends. Soper can knock down the 3 and also get some drive and some nice slams in.
Yeah, but they saw a 3rd round pick. That team can do some damage. We'll see what they do. With the 3rd overall pick in the 2012 DBL draft, Ryan Gillis selects Andrew Dorscheid, guard.
He sucks, man.
Commissioner Burdick, sidebar, please.
Now Gillis goes with Andrew Dorscheid at number 3 overall. He thought about taking him last year, ended up going with Cable, and now he does take him this year. The team's going to have a lot of 3-point shooting. How do you see them doing?
I mean, I'm kind of debating this pick. I mean, Gillis doesn't have a lot of height, and he's a pretty smaller guy, and most of the taller guys are at the top of the board, so they'll pretty much be gone by the 2nd round pick. So, I mean, his height could hurt him a little bit, but if they knock on the 3 and get hot, it could definitely be very hard to beat.
Yeah, when they get hot, you're probably not going to beat them, but when they're not hot, they may be easy to beat, so we'll see what happens.
And we're streaming live with Andrew Dorscheid, who's visiting some family in South Carolina. Andrew, how do you feel about your draft pick going to Team Gillis?
Yeah, I've had a mix of emotions today with my great-grandmother's funeral, but looking forward to the season with Gillis.
All right, now you and Gillis are two pretty good friends on the basketball court. Do you think that could affect your run for the title? You guys might just be playing for fun, or how do you feel that's going to affect your game?
Yeah, I think if anything, it's just going to help us out on the court because we're going to have good flow and know what each other are doing.
All right, cool. Well, hey, thanks for having me. We're proud to have you, Dorsch. Looking forward to see what you do on the court this year.
Yep, thank you.
With the 4th overall selection, Chris Bratz takes Derek Light, guard. All right, now Bratz goes with Derek Light at number 4 overall. It's a pretty good scorer, strong down low too. How do you think their games will work together?
I mean, I kind of like the pick. Bratz usually stays inside the arc, and Light usually stays outside the arc. And how many points did he put up in that whole game last year?
He held the single game scoring record for a while at 48, I believe.
Yeah, so he definitely can get on fire fast, and that could cause teams a lot of trouble. And also, Bratz is pretty good friends with Light and everybody else on the board. I mean, Bratz probably doesn't have many interactions with, so I mean, it's a pretty nice pick.
Yeah, Bratz does not have a lot of friends, so that one's probably a good pick, and that'll be a good pick and roll team. It'll be a good pick and roll team.
We got live stream here from the Decora household. Obviously in utter shock and disappointment that he hasn't been drafted yet. A couple phone calls, but only from the family. Really hoping to be drafted soon. We'll see what happens.
With the 5th overall pick, Zach Hoagland selects Max Chamberlain.
Max, you got 4 minutes here. That's good.
Thank you. Thanks, Coach.
Long way to go.
All right, now Hoagland was hoping for Murray. He goes 1 overall, so at number 5, Hoagland grabs Max Chamberlain. Really good athlete, all-area football player of the year. How do you think that's going to translate to DBL court here?
I mean, I've seen him 2 times play DBL, and he's definitely got some nice hustle and can get to the rim quick and drive by defenders. I mean, I also like that they're pretty big, so they're definitely be muscular and push teams around a lot.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of strength. Chamberlain, not an outside shooter by any means, but he does have some decent moves around the hoop he can score with.
Played at Division 2.
No, it's not even Division. With the 6th overall pick, Jacob Soper selects Will Decora. Now, Will Decora, after being projected number 1 pick, falls all the way to Jacob Soper at 6. We got 2 tall, talented guys on that team. What do you think about them?
I like this pick by Soper. I mean, I think they're going to cause teams a lot of harm down in the paint. I mean, they can push big guys around and now let them get their post game going. And Will can also just hit the 3. Pretty much an all-around player. He can post up, 3, drive, and pretty much do it all.
Yeah, it's one of the best combos in the league. One thing to look for is that Will does play on the swing A team with players like Bronson Koenig and Luke Fisher, so they're doing a lot of big tournaments. He may miss a few games. We'll see how their team does in those games.
All right, back at the Decora household. Still waiting for that phone call. Oh, wait a second.
Hello? Soapy. You'd be an honor. Thank you.
Whoa! Whoa! Decora gets drafted by Soper with the 6th overall pick in the DBL 2012 Summer Draft. Oh, Family's excited. Everyone's fired up. Gosh, DBL cares, folks. DBL cares.
Coach, you pick. All right. Seventh overall pick in the 2012 DBL Draft, Cole Cephalou selects Kyle Brunig. Now Cephalou at number 7 goes with myself, Kyle Brunig. There's some higher rated players on the board. Do you think that might have been a bit of a reach or is it a decent pick?
I mean, it's a decent pick. He could. I mean, I think he knows who he wants in this draft, and it's not going to be a reach because he can get either player that he wants. And I think he likes Brunig there, and Brunig can definitely make some hustle and some nice passing. And also, I've seen him work on his 3-point shot this summer. It looks like he's improving, so we'll see what Brunig can do this year.
Yeah, this will be, I think Cephalou with this pick definitely has another second rounder in mind, so we'll see what happens with that one. With the 8th overall selection, Austin Prussia selects Ryan Cruiser, guard. Prussia, nobody really knew what he was going to do. He surprised people every year with every pick. And he goes with Ryan Cruiser again this year. A very talented player, but didn't have the season some would have expected last year. What do you think of this year?
I mean, I think that's another surprise pick, even though he didn't pick him last year. Cruiser had about a 50% attendance that day.
Yep.
So, I mean, I don't know what he's got expected for him. He might have talked to him or something, but I mean, it's definitely in the air pick, and we'll see what Cruiser can bring to the table this year.
I've heard the Cruiser's not playing AAU, which probably caused a lot of those absences last year. So if he's consistent there, I think he's a good point guard, can run the pick and rolls, can push the ball down low, and space the floor with his 3. With the 9th overall pick, Jared Staggy selects Noah Getch, guard.
Makes the team up a bit, huh?
Now 9 overall, no surprise here, Jared Staggy takes Noah Getch, who was his side man on Long, Dark, and Handsome last year and won a championship. What do you have to say about that one?
I had this in the bag that I say you would pick Getch. He had success last year with him winning the championship, and definitely think he's going to target Molly in the second round to get the team back together and make another run this year.
Yeah, I'd be very, very surprised if Molly was not picked there as well. With the 10th overall selection, the last pick of the first round, Joe Tagarelli selects Justin Block, guard. With the number 11 overall selection, first pick of the second round, Joe Tagarelli selects Tim Keenan, forward.
Hey, I want to tell you something. What? I'll put up
Alright, and Tagarelli has his back-to-back picks at 10 and 11. With his first one, he went with Justin Block, nice three-point shooter who can set him up as well. And then at 11, it looked like he was kind of debating between Ben Getch and Tim Keenan there. He said he couldn't pass up Tim, and he had to get the squad back together from last year. Do you think they're going to improve this year and might challenge LDH?
I mean, I think they're gonna definitely make it to at least the conference finals and might make the championship game. I know he wanted Gatch, but he just couldn't pass up the shot that last year he failed. I think he wants to get another shot at it and try to get it this year.
Yeah, a lot of people like to talk trash about Tim, but he's a big, tall guy, good shooter, and can block some shots from him as well. With the number 12 overall selection, Jared Staggy selects Devin Molly, forward/center. And at number 12 overall, there is a tiny bit of drama. A few people thought that Jared maybe complete the Getch siblings by taking Ben Getch, but no, he does indeed go with Devin Molly for the fourth straight year. What do you think of that pick?
I mean, I kind of thought Jared would maybe surpass Molly and pick Getch. I mean, I know Staggy likes Getch's game. He's been talking about him a lot, but I guess in the end, Sage didn't pass up Molly in the championship run last year, and like Joe, they just feel like they have something to make another run this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously working. 2 championships together. Molly is, if not the best, one of the best defenders in the league for a variety of players. So he'll be back again, bring heart and hustle to LDH this year.
He's laying down shot. Yeah, he died on the ground.
With the 13th overall selection, Austin Prusha selects Ben Getch, guard/forward. Welcome back to the league, sir.
I'm excited. Hear this? This is bulletin board material right here.
As long as Ben signs a contract. Ben, you signing a contract? And Ben Getch goes to Austin Prusha there, number 13 overall. Getch had a really good year in spring 2010. What kind of Getch do you think we're going to get here?
I mean, I feel like he hasn't been on the courts as much, but I think he's going to go hit up the courts before the season starts next week and get some shots up, and I think he can be back to spring 2010's form and give Prusha some energy.
Yeah, he's a great slasher, and once he gets out on that court, I always think about him scoring, so we'll see what happens. With the 14th overall selection in the DBL draft, Cole Cephalou selects Jordan Ennis. Welcome to the Prop Patrol. And at 14 overall, Cephalou goes with Jordan Ennis, somewhat of an unknown. Those few guys, Bruner, Cephalou, Bratz, Molly, but he goes 14 overall. Looks to be pretty talented weekend.
I agree. I mean, haven't seen his game much, but heard some rumors about him that he's a pretty good player. I'd like to see what he's got.
Yeah, he's a good shooter. Will hopefully be very good value in the second round to alleviate a bit of a reach in the first round for Cephalou. With the 15th overall pick, Jacob Soper selects Kyle Gillis, guard. right, Jacob Soper goes with yourself. Kyle Gillis at 15 overall. It's another real good value, I feel like, in the second round. Gives him a guard out there to shoot, keep the lane open for him and Decorah. How do you feel about that team?
I mean, I like it. I mean, got a pretty good stat here. Soper and Decorah can definitely be in the paint. And, I mean, I can lurk around the arc, you know, get some shots up. But I like this team, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yep.
Whoa! Man meat.
At number 16 overall, Zach Copeland selects Derek Strauss, forward slash center. And with Hoagland's second pick, he goes with good friend and Badger fullback Derek Strauss, real meaty guy. Doesn't have a ton of finishing skills, but he showed some flashes from time to time to get positioning in the post and put a few layups in. You just good selection there?
I like it with this. I mean, it definitely complements his first round pick in Chamberlain. They're going to be a big team and strong and physical. So, I mean, we'll see what their shooting can bring, but I think they can definitely work at it and make something happen.
Yeah, they won't have a ton of outside shooting, but strength will be a strength. Second round selection, Chris Bratz takes Aaron Stoltenberg, guard.
I say Randy Gillis.
And then Bratz with his final pick. He's hoping for Annis there, but he gets Stoltenberg, who loves to crash the boards and can knock down some shots. You think he's a good addition to his squad?
I like this addition. I mean, Stoltenberg was looking forward to maybe being picked on Newhouse, but Bratz went up there and picked him. And I think Stoltenberg brings some hustle and talent to the team that can make him a real threat.
Yep.
That's a big thing.
You?
With the 18th overall pick, Ryan Gillis selects Keegan Parrott, forward.
Yeah!
Whoa! Whoa! And 18 overall, Ryan Gillis goes with Keegan Parrott, great athlete, good track guy. So he's a ball skills as well. How do you feel about him on Gillis' squad?
I mean, if they're main players, I definitely like this pick. Parrott's definitely showing some flashes of talent, and he can put it together and be a good complement to Dorside and Jones.
Yeah, he'll provide some hard-nosed defense.
Before you get
The 19th overall selection, Kyle Newhouse takes Mitch Vandenbroek. All right, well, our mocks, we had Vandenbroek slotted to Prusha's pick at 13 overall, but he falls to Newhouse now at 19. Strong guy, had actually a pretty good season last year. I think he averaged like 16 and 10 at 19.
I like this pick. Newhouse and Soper, I mean, not the most physical guys you'll see, so Vandenberg will definitely bring some physicality to the team and see what they can do.
Yeah, he doesn't have a great outside shot, but you won't need it with two guys like that.
Everybody get off.
Wait a second.
With the final selection of the 2012 DBL draft, Ben Cable selects Connor Hoagland, guard.
What do you pick?
It's you. It's you.
then the last pick of the draft, Mr. Irrelevant, is Connor Hoagland. He played last year for his brother's team. Got hot in some games from 3, but he wasn't in the 3. The games weren't going that well for him. How do you feel about the selection of Connor?
We get another friendship pick here. And Hogan definitely brings some talent to the table also. It's not just much of a friendship. He's definitely got some talent. Definitely can hop from the 3-point line and see what he can do inside the paint than outside.
Yeah, I agree with friendship pick. I maybe would have gone with Cole out there. Bring some more size. Former head referee is pretty skilled. But Hoagland is, I wouldn't say, is a bad pick by any means.
All right, Justin Block, you got picked before Tim Keenan this year. What does that say, do you think, about the team chemistry here? You think, what's going on?
It doesn't really matter who gets picked first. We're just in it for the fun of the game, and we're looking to have a good time this year. Take home a championship.
I hear ya. All right, so you claim to be like a Walker Flock, a Brick Squad fan. You're wearing a John Deere hat currently. What do you have to say for yourself?
That's all that was available.
No comment. We got Team Man Meat here. What do you guys expect out of the season this year?
Well, I'll speak for the team, I guess. Basically, my strategy coming in was if we get enough, meat to contend with the rest of the meat
Right.
on the other teams, the meat ratio is on our side 10 times out of 10. So.
That's a great point. I don't really have anything to say after that. Good luck with your meet. We got Jacob Boland here, official DBL referee of the DBL, as I said. Not drafted this year after releasing his name for the draft. What do you have to say for yourself?
I got nothing, I gave it my best shot, and, I guess I just fit better in officiating.
I mean, you claim you gave your best shot, but you didn't show up to one spring workout. We didn't get any footage on you. Captains really didn't have anything to go off of. What do you have to say for yourself there?
Really, I don't care. I drove up here from Indianapolis as fast as I could. As you see, I came in late. I came up with the lights on the whole time, so I could hear. I got here as fast as I could. A tough game to ref in Indianapolis, and then come up here. Indianapolis. I'm talking about heat game.
I hear you.
Yeah, heat Pacers. I come up here, come to the draft. I don't get drafted, but that's all right. I'll still be around the league. Great league.
You'll definitely be one of the top subs available if you want to sub. But either way, if you're officiating the game, we're gonna love having you around. DBL loves you.
That's great. I know. I understand that. And just want to say hi, Jimmy. Hi, Lisa. Hope you guys are doing all right. I'll be home in a little bit. Say hi to Mom for me, all right?
We got Jordan Annis here. Really came out of nowhere. Nobody really knows who he is except for Brunig, which is cool. What do you expect out of the season?
I expect great things. I was really just happy that I didn't get drafted by Chris Bratz. I really didn't want to play for him. He's just a selfish player, and that's really all I have to say is thank God I didn't get drafted by Bratz.
So it's going to be you, Kyle, and Cole. What do you guys expect for a game plan? You think you're going to try to run like a triangle offense? Or?
We're going to run everything through Cole. We're probably going to lead the league in tip slams and just, run and gun,
Interesting. I hear you. I mean, it's a pretty short court, so running and gun could be kind of tough. But,
exactly.
I mean, if you do it, kudos.
It's mind-boggling, and
I hear you. What kind of game do you bring to the DBL? Nobody has really any footage on you. You're kind of unknown here.
It'll be a secret until we get some footage.
I hear you. All right, looking forward to seeing you in the 2012 season.
2011 Player of the Year. Joey got your same squad back from last year. What are you looking for out of the team?
Well, Justin's come back. He's been bulking up. He's been eating a lot. And I had to pick him first round just because Timmer's kind of a bitch. And I think Justin's really been working on his game in the driveway almost every day. So I'm feeling the squad's going to be good. I'm feeling we're going to have a championship contending team again this year.
Okay.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, you mentioned Tim's, we'll just leave it, personality. You guys had to get on him a lot last year. How do you think you're going to change that this year so he comes and plays a little harder?
He just won't pass him the ball until he shuts up. I think that's the game plan for now. And if he keeps talking, then I don't know. I'll try to get a sub or something. Is that legal?
It is, yeah. You can drop him off. We're actually going to have trades this year, too. So
my teammates are
try and dish him off on
his
somebody
head.
else.
He's shaking his head. He agrees. Just got to watch it, Can't let Stoltenberg whoop his ass again.
Yeah, we'll see back here next week Sunday. First game's next Sunday.
Kyle Gillis here, drafted by Jacob Soper. How do you think you guys' team chemistry is going to work out here?
I love this team. I think we can do big things this year. Expect nothing but a championship.
Really? You guys think you're going to be looking to so open the post a lot, or are you going to try to get the outside game going first?
We have 2 players above 6'4", so I mean, size is just going to be a big factor this year. I mean, I'll probably be lurking around the arc and maybe hit a few threes, drive and dish, to sober, get some yams, and then just pump the team up.
Right. Do you expect your game to be very similar to your brothers as more of a deep threat, or do you think you're going to kind of try to be a more well-rounded player in the league?
No, I think I can be more drive dish and then steal occasional threes, not just sit around the arc, you know.
I gotcha. Excellent. All right, we're looking forward to seeing you in 2012 season. One of the more unorthodox players in the league. You picked a team that hopefully played out to your strengths. What do you guys expect to do this season?
We're going to specialize in scrappiness this season. Hopefully Derek Light can hit some shots. He was pretty good last year unexpectedly, so I'm hoping he can continue that. Always love Stoltenberg in the 3rd spot. Scrappy player. He gets rebounds. Everyone hates him because he pushes guys around. That's what needs to be done. So I'm hoping that's what we do. Put points up. I'm planning on scoring more points than our opponents this year, so I hope that's a strategy that'll work out for us.
All right. You expecting to use Stoltenberg as a 3-point option as well, or is he going to be more of a defensive threat?
Hopefully not. Hopefully not. He's an offensive threat near the rim. Great rebounder. I guess he can be streaky at some days from the 3-point line, but we'll be looking to use him mostly around the rim, I would say.
Excellent. So is this team looking for, being in at Penn, you're looking at some long-term compensation, looking at immediate opportunities here? Are you looking long-term here, or is this going to be a short-term thing? I said the same thing.
Please restate your question.
This is going to be a short-term thing. You guys going to start hot and really fade off? You guys maybe going to start slow and then start to build as the season progresses?
Yeah. Our main goal, I guess, one that I've taught, we're going to instill in the team we want to get better every single game. So we're going to play we're going to look to go 1-0 every season, Jared. That's what we're looking to do, and get better every season. 1-game season, get better every season.
That's a great strategy, Ross. Looking forward to seeing what your team does this year.
All right, now we've got all our teams selected. We have to say the favorites are, once again, LDH, led by Jared Staggy, and 1017 Brick Squad, led by Joe Tagarelli. They faced off in the championship last year. But after those two, would you read those as the 2 favorites?
I agree.
And after those, who would you say were the other top contenders to challenge those for a championship game spot?
I'd say Soper, Decora, and myself. Also not to mention Prusa, Cruiser, and Gatch, if they can put their chemistry together and make something happen.
Yeah, I would definitely put the Soper, Decora, Gillis team as one of the top contenders. The Prusa team can be real interesting to see how it plays out. A lot of talent on that squad, probably as much as anyone, but it will be interesting to see if they can mesh together well. I think the Cephalou, Bruniganis squad will be up in that tier as well. The Hoagland, Strauss, Chamberlain, like we talked about, a lot of muscle. They'll probably intimidate some squads. Down at the bottom with the last pick there, Cable grabbed Hoagland and he's got Murray. I don't know about Murray at 1 overall there. So
yeah.
That team, if Murray plays up to his hardwood potential, they'll be good. But if not, I feel like they can struggle.
Yep. Some pretenders here. I'd say Cable, Hoagland, and Murray. I mean, Cable and Murray both had successful high school careers playing for Wanakee, but I don't know if their talent really meshed together on the cement. So I think they definitely maybe can compete, but in the end, I don't think they will. Also, Gillis, Parrott, and Dorshide. How do you feel about them?
That team, I think, with every Gillis team since GSC when he won his championship, it's kind of live by the 3, die by the 3. Luckily, with those 2 guys, Dorshide and Gillis, it's going to be living more than dying. But who knows, any day when they're a little off, it could get dangerous. I think that just about wraps it up for our 2012 DBL draft coverage. We appreciate everyone watching, and stay tuned to our Facebook page. Like that Facebook page, Driveway Basketball League, and get all our videos there. Have a good one.